What's up, everybody? Gibson's Lawn Service checking back in with another one. For some reason, I just don't sleep anymore. I don't know what it is. Look, Casino Lawn Care has sent me a video via Instagram, right? And I finally watched it this morning. Listen, it was a video, I believe it was called The Handyman Business. And in this video, he was explaining why he don't work for the middle class anymore. He only work for, he said he don't work for the middle class. He don't work for poor people. And I was reading in the comments, and a lot of people was agreeing with him. Then you have the people that wasn't agreeing with him. Like I read one comment and it stuck out to me. The comment said, "Be careful who you step on the way to the top, because you will have to see them on your way down." And another guy said, "This douchebag doesn't realize that you can lose it all in a day. And when the wealthy clients fire you, we, the middle class, won't take you back." And I watched that whole video. Like, it don't matter who says this. When people have discussions or make videos about the poor class, middle class, upper middle, and rich, it just always goes south. Now, I will elaborate on this video, but I will use myself as the example, so y'all can't say nothing. And when I watched that video, I remember it was some memories that came back to me. I remember I needed to get my garage door fixed. All right. Now, I had my own business at the time, but I wasn't making money. And I want to say this was about 4 years ago. This is when I kind of started changing my business. So, my garage door was broken. It was broken. It was to the fact I had to lift it up every day. I needed to get my trailer out. It was heavy. Well, anyway, I was back in my lawnmower in the garage, and I had the ROPS up. Normally, I lay them down. I had them up, and I was backing in the garage, and them ROPS caught that garage door and pushed it all the way down. And it stayed down like that for a while. And my wife was on me. "You need to get this garage fixed. You need to get this garage fixed. You need to get this garage fixed." I couldn't afford to get it fixed. I didn't have the doggone money to get it fixed. All right, so you fast forward, and here's what happened. I did what anybody would do. Jump online, garage door repair near me, and I called the guy with the most reviews. I'm telling y'all what I did. I'm making this video about me. I'm telling y'all what I did. Called the company that had the most reviews. I ain't think nothing of it, because I had my own business, but I didn't understand business. So they was like, "Yeah, we're going to send one of our techs out to give you an estimate." Our salesman. They will send one of our salesmen out. So we scheduled a day. The guy come out in the company vehicle, pulled up, told me what was what. He's like, this what it'll be. When can we get y'all to schedule? This is what I said. I was just trying to get a quote for now. Not realizing I wasted that guy's I wasted the company time. I wasted the company gas, and I wasted the company's salesman hours driving out here, meeting with me, and typing up S. I wasted all that. So when he gave me the price, I said, "Man, I'll call one of these smaller guys." And I ended up calling an owner-operator. I remember this guy to this day. I called an owner-operator. He was like, normally when you're dealing with an owner-operator that have their own business, they're busy. They don't have 2-3 guys laying around their gut. So they're busy. So when he said, "Look, I'm going to have to come at the end of the day," I said, "That's fine." Boy, I remember this like it was yesterday. My wife was getting groceries out the car, and I was holding my baby. He called, make sure he had the right house. I seen when he rolled by. He had his truck, he had his trailer, he had a garage door on the trailer. Came and looked at it. Okay, blah, blah, blah. He said, "Well, man, you're going to need a new door." I said, "Well, I got a door right there on the ground." This thing was all bent. I needed a door. Ain't no way around it. He said, "Did you not want to get another door?" I said, "I was kind of hoping to save what I had." I'm telling y'all from my experience what I did. This is what he said. Well, let me see what I got around the shop. I probably can piece you one together. All right, man. Thank you. Day go by. Another day go by. I said, man, they ain't called me, man. I said, maybe I need to call him. And something told me, don't call him. And I didn't think nothing of that until I watched this video. You see, I wasted that guy's time. See, when he got done at 5, he could have just went straight home and been with his family, or could have went straight to the bar, whatever it is he do. I wasted his time. I wasted his gas. I talked to this man for 15 minutes. Look how much time I took from that. He will never get that time back. He will never get the drive back from my house. He will never get the time wasted phone call. He will never get the time we wasted talking to me. He will never get that back because I wasted that guy's time. And if I was him, I would have blocked my number. I remember at times when I needed to get my car fixed. I couldn't afford my regular mechanic, so I called a shade tree mechanic. Did he fix it? Yeah, he fixed it. Took a little longer, but he fixed it. I remember this was before I got in lawn care. Well, no, this was a little bit after I got in lawn care. And I was talking to my sister. I said, such and such cut your yard? She said, yeah. I said, what he charge? She told me, what did she say? She said $40. I said, man, don't take all that to cut a yard. I said, I can do this whole yard for $30. I said, he getting over. And I used to look at this guy, because I used to hear people say, man, they high. And then I remember another person said, yeah, I had them come cut my yard, man. They charged me $60. I said, man, that's too much. I said, man, that guy, he a ripoff. And I used to look at this guy like he was a ripoff. Until I got my own business and realized, man, he was a chump. 30, man, listen. That same yard my sister got, man, $70. Take this crap or leave it, I don't care. That other person, y'all, who said 60, man, you about to give me 80, 85. Bruh. See, and when you agree, I understand. I understand why that garage door guy didn't want to fool with me. I was a time-wasting tire kicker. I don't have any money. I'm lower middle class. I'm not answering that man phone call when I call. If I would have called that man back, the garage door man, if I was him, I wouldn't have answered my call. I'd have blocked my number. Yeah, that man, he a time-wasted time-wasted tire kicker. And don't have any doggone money. He's a waste of time. You see that? You don't want to listen. And if I say this, people will look at you a certain kind of way. See, I'm gonna tell y'all what that guy said. He said, don't work for middle class people. They cannot afford your service. And as I was watching that video, I started realizing, you know, if you have to remind people to pay their invoice, you don't have to remind them to pay their invoice. They know they haven't paid you. They can't afford to pay you. Or I don't want to cut the grass. I really can't afford to get the grass cut, but if you could just wait until I get paid. And as I was watching that video, a lot of memories started coming back to, you get a phone call to come look at a property. And you look at the property, you're like, man, I already know they don't want me. My price gonna be too high for these people. You can't pull up on a guy that live on a dirt road and say, man, I offer irrigation, fertilization, and landscaping and hardscaping. Man, I don't want that. He want his grass cut. He wants you to get out of here. You pull up in these nice subdivisions. Yes, I offer irrigation, fertilization, and landscaping. Well, Gibson, let's get it done. And also, I can do hardscaping and build you a fire pit on the back of your porch. Yes, Gibson, let's get it done. You see, and everybody, listen. You cannot, listen, guys like me will ruin your business. I would have ruined, guys like me would have ruined that garage door company's business. I'm looking for something cheap. I'm looking for something cheap and good. I wasted that guy's time. Why that mirror like that? That mirror broke. Man, that mirror broke. Let me see if I can fix this. So I wasted that guy's time, man. Like, for instance, man, I gave 2 quotes yesterday. And I hate to say this, man, but people have to see, you cannot expect a person that doesn't have a business to understand what a man is going through that has a business. Also, in that video, a guy had said, man, I kind of feel sorry for the middle class, people that are needing work done but can't afford to get it done. And then another guy said, I don't feel sorry for nobody because they choose to be in that position. You see, when a wealthy man tell a poor man, that's like a man pulling up in a Bentley and seeing a guy at a red light with a sign and say, man, you choose to be out here. You can do better. You can do anything you want to do in life. Put your mind to it. And he pull off. People will think, man, see, that's why I don't like rich people. They so arrogant and they don't understand what people go through. But the simple fact is, they do understand. And they just decided to change their life. For instance, yeah, I'm gonna talk about this guy, and I got a video coming for y'all. This guy is in the upper echelon of middle class, right? Beautiful home, beautiful property, nice cars in the garage, but he wants something for nothing. Now, see, he didn't mind spending money on that big, beautiful house. He didn't mind spending money on getting this beautiful landscaping put in, but he just didn't want to pay for maintenance. He did not want to pay for maintenance. You see, you have to weave in and out and find a client that fits you. If the only thing you want to do is cut grass and leave, there's plenty of clients out there that just will allow you to cut grass and leave. If the only thing you want to do is landscaping, there's plenty of clients out there that will let you do just landscaping. If the only thing you want to do is hardscaping, there's plenty of clients out there that let you do that only wants hardscaping. You have to find your niche. And listen, you have some rich people that'll ruin your business as well because they so cheap and they want too much of something for nothing. Look, I remember I was headed home yesterday with my dump trailer, and I seen a guy on the side of the road with about 8 pallets of sod. He had a blowout on his tire. Now, it's been 100 plus down here lately. If that man don't get that sod to that client and in the ground within the next 48 hours, boy, he got a smoking gun. That was every bit of $3,000 of sod on his trailer. If he don't get that stuff to them people's house in the next 48 hours as hot as it's been, he got to take a loss. And guess what? Nobody cares. Nobody cares. And you know what's going to happen with that when it boils down to it with that client? They chose to hire him. And nothing against that guy. He just probably a guy on the come up. That sod job would have kind of pushed him over the top where he'd have got more sod jobs. Instead of him going to get the sod, he could have started getting it delivered. That's like a lady a while back, right? A guy called me. He said, hey, man, this lady, man, said she needs some sod put down in the yard. Said she needs some sod put down in the yard. The guys never showed up to do it. I was like, well, where the sod at? It's all on pallets in our front yard. And the guy was like, man, I'm thinking about going out there and helping. And I thought about it. I said, man, sometimes people get ripped off, but look at it like this, man. She knew who she was hiring. Like I told y'all before, I don't know nothing about no roof. I don't know nothing about roofing. But it's this one roofing company I see up and down the highway every single day pulling dump trailers. I see them at the dump. I see them getting lunch. Fortenberry Roofing. I don't know who they is. But if I ever need roof work done, I'm calling Fortenberry. I already know they're going to charge me an arm and a leg, but I know it's going to get done right. Not saying Tom's Roofing Company can't get it done. I don't know nothing about Tom's Roofing. I know Fortenberry is on Google. Awesome reviews. Fortenberry gets it done. That's who I'm gonna go with. So, can you work for the poor class, the middle class, or the rich? You cannot build a business off of poor class people. Like if that garage door guy had a bunch of clients like me who couldn't afford to get that doggone garage door put up, even though I needed it, he's wasting his time. Well, Gibson, I give you a deal half off. Thank you, man. You run around here giving discounts, doing half off work. You're trying to help people. You don't help people with your livelihood. You help people with the money you make off of your livelihood. If my full-time job is driving a hot shot truck, delivering loads and vehicles here and there, I'm not about to help you move across states for over a few states for free. Man, nah. Now, I would take the money that I've made from my business, and if you need to borrow some money or if I need to give you some money to move, I would do that. But I can't use the stuff I use. I can't give you the stuff I need to provide for my family to help you in a way you feel you need to be helped. So, can you build a business? You cannot build a business off people who can't afford you. That's just the reality of it. And y'all can take it how y'all want to take it. But y'all need to go watch that video, man. The Handyman Business. Y'all need to go watch that.